I have talked a lot about this on my channel, and that is how to find your own personal style. Welcome, my name is Tamara and I'm a personal stylist. I answer all your questions on style trends and how to style with purpose. I teach everyday women how to find their inner confidence and their own personal style starting from their own closet. If you're new here and want to learn how to make fashion work for you, well, like I always say, you're in the right place. Be sure to subscribe, hit that bell button to join me every single week for new videos. I understand that we are living in very different times, and going out and, going out with friends, events, dates, networking, all the things that we used to do on such a frequent basis that we required outfits and looks to represent who we are doesn't exactly exist as much as it used to, or could be non-existent, really depending on your circumstances. With that being said, I wanted to take some time to help you find your personal style. If you've been following me, or maybe you're new here, I created a whole series over the summer teaching you how to find your own personal style. And I have a style guide that goes along with it. I realized that doing the series and having the style guide, I didn't actually have a video where I walk you through it step by step. Find your own personal style and really how you can create a lookbook, and everything's in the style guide. So if you don't already have it downloaded, you can find it in the description below, and that way you can follow along as I walk you through the whole style guide. I feel it's pretty comprehensive. There's a lot of detail, and I wanted to make sure that we really went through everything when it came to finding your own personal style. And I'm sure you're thinking, well, Tamara, isn't this like giving away your secrets and what it's like working with you? To a certain extent it is, but the one thing that you won't get from the style guide is my personal opinion. And it's not like I'm here to be judgmental or criticize. I'm here to be your cheerleader. And I think that's one thing people forget in why you work with a stylist. A stylist is a fresh set of eyes for you to really see what you can wear. We're your inner confidant to help you really achieve your best in the sense of your own personal style. I have helped clients in the past on numerous occasions, really helping them to find their personal style, but also really working on that confidence. I feel that confidence is also a part of your own style. If you don't have that inner confidence, you're probably not going to be wearing that piece, that dress, whatever it is that you think that you want to wear. Because if you don't have, I say this a lot, if you don't have the inner confidence and you feel good about yourself and you love yourself, then wearing those risky things, or really wearing something that's out there, that's loud, or just really bold, it's not going to happen if the inside isn't connected. And again, I do talk a lot about this on my channel because I think it's important to remember that you need to think about yourself first. And if that is to be thought of as selfish or whatever the case is, the point is that you do have to think about yourself, put yourself first, and then when you're in that spot, when you see those pants that might be bolder, louder in color and print that you typically wouldn't wear, you're going to be able to pull it off because inside you know that you can pull off anything, no matter your shape or your size. Now let's dive into this style guide. Okay. So you can see I have the style guide pulled up on my screen here. This is Find Your Personal Style. Let's get started and dive in. You'll see that I have a little opener for you. If you have a moment to read it, please do. I want to make sure that this is my welcome message to you, and this allows you to get to know who I am. First things first is knowing your body shape. You'll see here that I have an inverted triangle, pear shape, apple shape, rectangle, and hourglass. And there used to be a time where, a shape was really defined by hourglass and that was the ideal body shape. To be honest, all body shapes are beautiful. It doesn't matter your shape, your size, whatever it is, whether you're, a size 0 or maybe you're a 14, a 16, you're not a traditional, we'll call it straight size. Knowing what your body shape is really helps you to highlight those parts of your body that you really love. Or it really teaches you how to hone into things that maybe you do want to hide, because I think especially as women, there's always parts of our body that maybe we just don't care to show off. And when you know what your body shape is, then this really allows you to find things that work. And also it helps you to put outfits together, because when you know what your body shape is, if you're looking to, put looks together, you start by, okay, now I know, for example, I'm rectangular. So if I'm trying to get a new idea, I always look at what they say, whatever the internet says is best for a rectangular shape. Now, I've seen in the past where people have said to me, oh, I think my body's a little bit of this, my body's a little bit of that. Typically, your bodies do fall under one category. So for example, if you have very wide shoulders, but your hips are much smaller, you can do this all by you'll see in the next slide what that is, and we'll give it away just yet. But this will allow you to figure out where you fit in. And usually if you're looking at yourself in the mirror, you can see, which shape will fit you. And also knowing, what are wider or more fuller, or knowing what are fuller parts of your body. So once you know what your body type is, definitely write it down in the box so that you have that there for your own personal note. You'll see here in the next slide, I have measurements. What are your measurements? Knowing your bust, your chest, shoulders, arm. High waist is usually above your belly button, and then mid-rise is below your belly button. You want to know your hips, and then legs, you start at about your mid-rise and go all the way down. And now it really depends in terms of the length for your legs, where you want your jeans or your pants to stop. Do you want them to be more of a bell bottom and super long so that they cover your shoes? Or are you looking for something that stops at your ankle, mid-calf, below your ankle? I mean, there are so many places in where you can really define what the length is. So whatever your favorite pair of pants are, usually that's a good indication of what you want in terms of the length of your pant. And I do have a video that goes along with this in how to take your measurements. I will be sure to link it above, and you'll be able to find it in the description below as well. So I would definitely take a minute to go through this and write everything out. And knowing what these measurements are extremely helpful, because if you're going shopping online, you will know what your measurements are. All stores online definitely have measurements, so you can click on it and find what fits. And knowing what your actual measurements are is really helpful, because then you know where you fall in terms of sizes, because sizes really vary from store to store. And I feel like I've repeated myself on this on, again, numerous occasions. You just have to find what ideally fits your measurement, not what a store defines it by. Next here we have your skin tone. So you can see here that I've put cool, neutral, warm, and then it will tell you how to figure out what colors really work for you. I find that I get this question a lot when it comes to finding colors that work for your skin tone. I've found that the colors that I really like are things that make me happy, I really enjoy and gravitate to. You can see here that you will have to clench your fist or make a fist, and you can see your veins and look at them to be able to identify if you see blue or purple veins, light green or purple veins, or if you see more of a green, olive green tone of color. Then below, you'll see the colors that match along with the different color tones. I find that this is really helpful because this again allows you to really narrow down what it is that you're looking for. If you find this to be helpful or not helpful, let me know in the comments below because I found this to be really useful. I definitely fall under the cool tone, so my veins are a little more blue purple, and I definitely wear a lot of these colors. I wear a lot of dark blue or more navy. I wear a lot of pink and roses, and I have a lot of lavender as well. And funny enough, I actually just gravitated to those colors far before I ever really knew taking a skin tone test. Again, I'd love to hear, how this has worked or not worked for you. I found it to be really useful, and again, this is just a lot easier to be able to document all of this because again, when we get towards the end of the guide, you'll see why this is all very valuable information. There is also an app that you can use if you choose to use it that way. I find some of the apps, you do have to pay for them after a while, so when you're able to just clench your fist, it's obviously a lot easier and cheaper. The next, with the style guide, you'll see I've put together all different types of styles. I don't think everything is there, but I really tried to think of what are more popular in terms of style type. You have vintage, street style, Parisian, fashion forward, monochrome, boho, workwear. I don't know if anybody's wearing workwear these days. Let me know in the comments below. Rocker, business casual, classic. Are you a minimalist? Do you like more of a Scandinavian? If you don't know what Scandinavian is, I highly recommend to take some time to look it up. I find that Scandinavian style is very effortless. It's also very feminine, but still has this like je ne sais quoi to it. Of course, there has to be a little bit of French. Anyways, definitely check it out. You have athleisure, you have feminine, patterns and prints, and modern. Modern, I think, really ties in with street style, that is very trendy, it's eye-catching, and these are really like bold statements that you wear when it comes to your attire. And matching things together that typically wouldn't really go as a part of like fashion rules, but it's very bold. So again, if you see something here that you've never seen before, be sure to either look it up or let me know in the comments below as well if there's one that you're kind of like, I don't know about that. So by going through this allows you to see which ones that you really like. And I honestly have to say that, for me personally, if I were to look at this, I really love monochrome, I love vintage. Boho is more for the summer. I love a good leather jacket to, put over my sort of jeans and t-shirts, a really effortless look. So again, like going through this and really selecting the ones that speak to you. And if you really need a little bit more inspiration, be sure to obviously check out Pinterest because Pinterest will give you that, idea more into specific looks. Now we come to the part where you create your personal mood board as a part of your style guide. Obviously taking note of your body type, your skin tone, and I always like to pick a destination that really inspires you when it comes to your attire. That one for me, I have to say, is really hard because I feel like I've traveled quite a bit and I feel like I'm inspired everywhere I go. I've been to places like Thailand, Mexico, I've lived in Italy, I've been to France, Switzerland, and all of those places, when it comes to style, you always see that there is lots of color, everything is very structured, but it's also very classic. And I say that a lot in all of my videos because I think when you invest in your clothes and you get something that's classic, it's there to last you for a long time. Clothing isn't meant to be disposable, that you can just throw it out and, it's on to the next thing. Clothing is really meant to be loved, and again, it's to grow with you. I think being inspired by destinations in certain places is really important because this allows you to really hone into how people dress in different parts of the world. I love being inspired by different cultures and, what their street style is. Also looking at tradition as well, what patterns are used, because you can take that and again use it to inspire you in how you create your own looks. So once you have your body type, your skin tone, your destination picked, this is where you can really start to build on your style. And you start to think about, different shoes that you want to put into your lookbook, different types of outfits. Do you want to get a suit, for example? And how can you wear a suit and different looks around that? Pieces that you feel will really work for you. And this is, again, we'll go back to the style type. If you go into the style type, this is where you can start to pull things and really look at, things that you gravitate to. So once you've created your personal mood board and put everything together, you can just drag and drop, copy and paste, or you can put this in Canva as well. And this will allow you to, create your mood board. And you can paste on top of this PDF as well. That's no problemo. Again, keeps everything in one place. And last but definitely not least is your shopping list. So before you actually go shopping, it's best to start by shopping your closet. Go through the different outfits or looks that you've put together on your lookbook and start to go through your closet to see if you actually have those pieces. For example, I know this is a little bit of an easy one, but say, you really like a graphic tee, a good pair of jeans, maybe some nice white sneakers, or maybe you want to do more of a combat boot, and then you want to do more of a puffer jacket. Maybe it's got some sheen to it because that's very much on trend right now. So with that, start to go through your closet. Do you have a graphic tee? Do you have a good pair of jeans that are your favorite? Do you have a pair of combat boots? Do you have that puffer jacket? Or do you have some sort of winter coat that you really like to wear all the time? So this is how you put the outfit together. You'll see here I created an example. For example, I have a bottom, it's a long skirt, I have gold jewelry, I'm missing maybe some wedges and a basic fitted top. So this now allows you to see what you are actually missing and what you need when it comes to shopping. This really allows you to know what you're looking for. How many times have you had an event or there was a place that you wanted to go and you just didn't have an outfit? By going through this formula, I find really helps because then you know again what you're looking for and what you need to shop for versus trying to run around thinking I can't find anything, nothing fits me, nothing works for me, nothing looks good on me. You have all of the pieces in order to, really create an outfit. And I think the key thing is really knowing your colors. When you know your colors and you also know your body shape, this allows shopping to be made easy for you because now you know exactly what you're looking for with regards to fit and also the color that you're looking for specifically. And as always, you can see that we can connect. That's it for today's video. I hope this really inspired you to go through your own closet, but also to take a moment to go and find your own personal style. I always say that finding your style is very much a journey and not a destination because it takes time to really find the things that you like and that you gravitate to. If you didn't already, be sure to download my free style guide as now I've completely walked through this with you. If you would like to have a chat with me a little bit more with regards to the style guide, I have set up a way that we can speak for 20 whole minutes. So I'll be doing consultation calls. I have restructured my packages when it comes to working one-on-one with me, but I think now is definitely the perfect time to really find your style, find who you are, and ultimately how you want to represent yourself. Having the opportunity to work with a stylist really allows you to know that you can wear those pieces. As a part of this video, to really complete it, you'll be able to book a consultation call with me. If you have any more questions about the style guide, I'll put everything in the description below and you'll be able to book that with me. And if you want to work with me further, we can definitely discuss that on the call. And again, I really want this to be inspirational to you, but for you to really find who you are on the inside so that it is best represented on the outside. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Share this with your friends if you know someone who definitely needs to go through their own personal style, but they're not sure where to start. The style guide is definitely the way to go. And like I always say, it's not about who you wear, but how you wear it. I will see you in the next one. Bye.